taking on the Miami Dolphins. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25.
Come on, set.
The drive starts with a run from Achane. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. The Dolphins at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now 2nd and 9. A give, running right, Achane. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now a 3rd and 6.
21.
Now Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Tua now on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And complete right side to Cook. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top two teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 4. A give left side. Here's Achane. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 4 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's getting this too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. First and goal at the 1. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run?
What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Achane will score. Touchdown, Miami. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They wanted to get on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting,
A 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Tua going to throw. That is incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Tua. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
First down and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Paul want to give up the middle. 7 yards there and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first down, right back to Hall.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
Now Tua.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook.
And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Calling a gain of a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Ready.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 7 there in the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
They'll run with Hall.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
On first down, Tagovailoa.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. That is caught at the 7-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Fair to say it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Third and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this is not even going to get there. It's no good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. They're running.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
Up the middle, Achane.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Right back to Achane on second down.
A little juke. All the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year.
And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Always important to get the first score in the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
At the 39-yard line.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. They'll give to Hall.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Ball again. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and he'll go down at the 28. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up second down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Looking to pass. Tua. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw.
Right back to Pitts again.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. He gets it underneath to Hall. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Go ahead.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Turbo 3, kick.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Listen up. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Back to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Garrett Wilson.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lumberjacks are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Running left, Achane.
And he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Right back to Achane on second down.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
Throwing Jones.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
Sanders' kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This taken in at the goal line.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Here's 2nd and 10. On play action, here's Tua. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
21G.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First down, Lumberjacks.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
Evades the tackler, and now some space. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down.
Tua now on 1st down.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
2nd and 10.
Now it's the backup Goff.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Wilson's got it complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, and who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
2nd and 10. Goff again.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. looking to throw.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 15.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on.
Here we go.
Here's Achane to start the drive.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
139 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.